What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video with the Math Maker. My name is Jordan, and today we'll be talking about adding negatives. The reason I'm doing this video is because I was working with the distributing company, and when I do it again, I'm going to be using negatives, and that's pretty confusing if you don't know how negatives work. So whenever adding a negative, so let's say we have a number line. 0. 0 is neutral. He's not happy, he's not sad, he's neutral. You have negative. He's either sad or mad because it's going towards the left. You're losing something. Whenever you go neutral, you're always losing something. So if you are neutral, if you're negative, whenever you had, let's say you had a bank account, if you're going into the negatives, that means you lost money. And then for our other side will be positive. The side almost everybody wants to be on. Well, at least depending on what it is. If it's positive, it means you're happy. So then this is how it technically goes. Positive, happy, 0, neutral, negative, sad, because you're losing something. Now, one of the only times being positive is actually bad is usually when there's a type of sickness, because positive usually means yes, you have it. So now, for the number line, you have 0 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for our other side, you will have the same thing. It's just that this side will be going -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, and -10. So if anybody ever asks you which is more, 10, -10, or -8, you would always say -8, because you're closer to neutral, which is closer to the positive side. This, you are gaining something. This way, you're always gaining something. Whenever you go this way, you're always losing something. You're never gaining anything whenever you go towards the left of the number line. So when you're right here, if you go to the left, even if you're right here, when you go to the left, you're losing something. So now, regular addition. 4 plus 3. We all know 4 plus 3 equals 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 7. So anytime you go to the right, you get more. So now let's say -4 plus 3. Now, you're already at -4. You're towards the left side of the number line. -4 plus 1, 1, 2, 3. You end up at -1. Whenever you have a negative and a positive and you're adding that, you will always go to, it's technically you're subtracting. So instead of -4 plus 3, you're technically just doing 4 minus 3. And then that would equal 1. But don't forget to put the negative, because that's what it technically is. -1. You're still one place behind the 0. One thing I have to tell you, which I will do for not my next video, but a video soon to come, I'm not sure, I will talk about absolute value, which means the complete distance away from the 0. So then, if you're doing this again, but if you do it like this, since subtracting, when you subtract a number by a number, you're always going towards the left of the number line. You will never go to this side. So whenever you're subtracting a number from a number, you go to the left side of the number line, right? Whenever you're negative, it's the same thing, because whenever you have a negative number, it's on the left side of the number line. So let's say we have this. We're going to use 4 and 3 again. Negative 4 minus 3. Now, many people, I even made this mistake once, said, no, but wouldn't this be negative 1 still? Because you're taking away 3 from 4, from negative 4. But because when you subtract, you go to the left of the number line, or you go this direction, if you don't know what left is. And when you're over in a negative, you go to this side of the number line, again left. You would technically be adding negative 4 plus negative 3. And whenever you add two negatives together, you go towards, you just keep on going. So you already 4? You already went 4 spaces, right? Now, all you're going to do is go 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And you end up at 7. So, whenever you're doing this, you would just go more towards the left side. So if you ever have minus and minus, then you would just go more to the left side. Now, I know this is a lot of information to take in, especially when you're doing addition and subtraction. That's always the hardest one. So that's why I want to get that out the way already. Right now, I did already do a video on this. That's when I was very bad at YouTubing. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I gotten better. But I also got some more information. Also, whenever you have two negatives, and what I mean by this is you have, let's say, 4 minus negative 3. Two negatives right next to each other, exactly like that, because minus and negative means the same thing. It's technically a positive. So a double negative is always a positive. So now, if you ever have a problem like that, always remember that your answer is going to be you're going to be adding and not subtracting. So instead of 4 minus negative 3, but some people would say it's 1, it would really be 4 plus 3, which would equal 7. So that's one more thing you would have to do, because technically a negative and a negative right next to each other cancel out each other to make a positive. That's why if somebody ever said, I didn't do nothing, you didn't, meaning did not do nothing, which means you did something. If you didn't do anything, that means you did nothing. So if anybody ever said, oh, I didn't do nothing, which meant you did something. Many people don't mean it like that, but that's what it means. But we're not in language arts, we're in math. So then, if you ever have a, let's go back to up here, a negative sign and a positive sign, if both signs are the same, let's say it is, and I hope this does help you guys, if both signs are the same, what I mean by you have a positive 4 plus 3, since 3 has plus in front of it, that automatically means it's positive. And if you have no sign in front of the number, that also automatically means it's positive. But this will really help you guys. Same signs add. So this is the same as this. Same signs add. 4 plus 3 have both the same sign. They both have positive signs in front of them. Same signs add. So since these are the same signs, you would add and you would get 7. Different signs you shall always subtract. So then you'd use negative 4 plus 3. And then, since it's different signs you must subtract, then you would now subtract 4 minus 3, and you would get 1. And do not forget to put the negative. If both signs were the same, so let's say we had, negative 4. Let me fix that. Negative 4 minus 3. Since it's same signs add, you would add negative 4 plus negative 3, which is equal to negative 7. Same signs add, different signs subtract. If you have the same signs, you would keep the signs. If you have different signs, you would keep the larger. So, what I mean by same signs, keep the sign. So, if you have both two negative signs, you would keep the sign. You wouldn't change negative to a positive. The only time you would change the negative to a positive, if you would have the negative, if you have subtraction right here and the negative right next to it. That would be the only time you ever change a negative to a positive. Otherwise, if you have a negative 4 and a negative 3, you would keep the sign, which would be negative. So your answer would be negative 7. And then, so same signs you would add, different signs you would subtract. Same signs you would keep the signs. Different signs you would keep the larger. What I mean by keep the larger, you would keep the larger number. So out of 4 and 3, which is the larger number? 4. 4 is bigger than 3. So now let's say we're doing 4 minus 3. Positive 4, negative 3. So then, which sign is bigger, 4 or 3? The 4 would be bigger in this case, like always. So then you would keep that sign, which is positive. So it wouldn't be, like negative 1. It would just be 1 because this is positive. So you just have a positive 1, not a negative 1. So this is how it technically goes. Same signs you would add. So a positive and positive numbers you would add. Negative and negative numbers you would add. Different signs you would subtract. A positive plus a negative and a positive, you would subtract those two. If they have the same signs, you would keep the sign. So if it's a positive plus a positive, you're not going to just change it to a negative. And different signs, you would keep the larger. Whichever is the larger number, that's the sign you would keep. So, like I said, out of 4 and 3, you have a positive 4 and a negative 3. You would keep the positive 4 because the 4 is bigger than the 3. And then you would get number 1. I hope you guys learned something today. Please do not forget to like and also subscribe. Tap the notification bell if this is when your first time watching any of my videos. Also, what I was saying, it's actually a song, and I'll put it into the link of the description. I did not make the song. The song was from somebody else, and I just used it, and I will put all the information in the link in the description so you guys can see it, even if you want to listen to this song. So this is how it goes. Same signs add, different signs subtract. Same signs keep the sign, different keep the larger. Thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful day. I explained that, and like I said, I'll put that in the description. I'll be doing subtracting negatives next. Also, don't forget I have my own remind, so you guys can keep so you guys can talk to me, ask me questions if you have to on it. Again, I'll put the code for remind in it, the remind code, the name of my classroom, and the link to remind on the in the description. I hope you guys like today's video. Thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful day.